Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity.
All right, we're on the air.
You're in Braves country.
Okay, so lengthy post game. Is this the first home game in a little over a week? So we've got Matt Olson, who they interviewed right after the game. We've got Acuna at the end. In between that, it's Harris, it's Elder together at the podium, and then Walt Weiss. So buckle up, pregame, and then pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves.
I want you to be humble. Tell me what it's like to actually hit a ball that far.
Man, it's a good feeling. Worked a 3-0 count there, laid off a couple pitches, and got the green light and let it rip. So, yeah.
The Jersey City Connect, you grew up close by, loving Atlanta. Dale Murphy shaking hands. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's cool. A little throwback for us. You think of the old school Braves with a little new touch. Hey, they worked. We got to win.
And the energy in this stadium is just unbelievable. You guys coming back home off the road trip, get an off day. What is it like to come in here and hear this madness? It almost felt like playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, Braves country's it's the best. Had a good showing here today. Good road trip, come back, reset for a day, and get the fans for a week. So we're excited. Good energy here tonight. And
to a good start. That's a good team over there. Cleveland's got some great pitchers, but the Braves hitters outmatched them tonight.
They had a dual interview at the podium with Elder and Michael Harris. That's what you'll hear right now. Then Weiss, and then Acuna.
Yeah, always good to get some results out of a swing that you feel good about. It's a long season, and I had some bad luck early on, but at some point it's got to turn around, and I just got to keep going out there swinging.
Mike, what do you like so much about this offense?
It's fun. We're out there having fun. Every guy is trying to do a job. Not everybody's trying to be the hero. It's just getting the next man up to do the job.
Whereas every once in a while, I'm not going to say it's going to be the exact numbers in 2023, but this offense has got a lot of the same pieces. Do you see some similarities?
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, even Ronnie got rolling tonight, but once Rouse and Ronnie fully, even Rouse, his ABs are getting better and better and better. So once they get rolling, it's going to be dangerous.
Speaking of 2023, do you see any kind of similarities in your game this season from the start versus the start of 2023 as well, like your All-Star season?
I mean, that was a long time ago. I don't remember exactly kind of my thoughts and stuff, but I'm pleased with how my stuff's been and going to keep it rolling.
You get more comfortable with the cutter slider change?
Yeah, I think so. I think today it was down a little bit too much. I think it needs to be up a little bit more. Still in the zone, but up a little bit. But I'm getting more and more comfortable with it.
We always know what Ronald can do at the top of that lineup for either one of you. How much can that one homer there just get everything started?
I think it's good. Not even just for today, but for his confidence going forward in the season. Just seeing one fly out can do a lot for a player, and especially a guy like him who's had some tough luck. To actually see it go over the wall, it's going to give him a lot of confidence.
Bryce, how did you feel about your night tonight?
I thought it was good. I think there, I guess in the fourth or fifth, kind of my line got shifted a little bit and started missing up and away some. But other than that, I think my stuff was good. I was pleased with it. I think got to be in the zone a little bit more and kind of got myself in a bad situation. But Bum came in, handled it, so, and then the fellas started hitting, so it was good.
Michael, you made a heck of a play in the game, the City Connect. It felt like playoffs tonight. What's it like coming home with all this atmosphere?
It's always good coming home, especially after the road trip we just had. Came out with, I guess we tied against the Diamondbacks, but we won the second series. So just come back with some momentum into a place that was excited to see our new jerseys and have some fun. It was pretty fun.
What do you have to say about Olsen's homer, either one of you?
That was a homer.
It was all right. Yeah, it went pretty far. Yeah.
Any last words before we take it to Ronald?
Just knowing, comparing to how last year started with the 0-7, now just being 9-5, just how nice is it just to just be on the streak that you guys are on? How's it feel?
I think it's obviously we're in a good spot right now. Last year, it felt like we were just always trying to fight back since the beginning of the season, and I was never able to crawl back to the spot we wanted to be in. So to be in the spot we're in now is pretty good to have some good momentum for the rest of the season.
So here's Walt Weiss, and then we'll have Ronald Acuna Jr., all post-game interviews.
Yeah, look, that's been the kind of the storyline with those guys. They've been hitting the ball hard. Been pretty unlucky, but that stuff tends to even out. So yeah, but it's good to see them get rewarded for some good swings and for hitting the ball hard. And the offense did a nice job tonight. Keep adding on. Bryce, I thought was maybe not quite as sharp as he was with the last two outings, but good enough. I would have loved to let him try to get through that fifth. But I wanted Manzardo facing a lefty there with the bases loaded. Felt like the game was in the balance. So I went and got Bummer, and he got a huge out for us. Kinley, really good again. So yeah. But the offense is starting to click a little bit.
Has the offense even impressed you at this point with the way they're putting it back together?
Yeah, I think this is what they're capable of. I coming out of spring training, I talked a lot about the offense and how good I felt about it. And there's ebbs and flows to the offense over the course of a season. That's just the way it goes in this league. But we have a good offensive club. It's a good lineup. It's a tough lineup to get through. They can hit it in the seats. We got some guys this year in the lineup who know how to keep the line moving too. So, it's a good offensive club.
Tonight seems to be a good example of what we've talked about. That fifth inning, that breaking point. Who are you going to use for your reliever? So you go out and you try to win the game right there, keep it where it's at, and your team responds and scores, and it kind of sets you up to where they were relievers, I guess, down the stretch.
No, exactly. And look, a lot of that stuff is predicated on what kind of shape your bullpen's in. Fortunately, a lot of those guys had 2 days off because of the last game in LA, but can't do that stuff all the time. But if there's a chance to go for it in the middle of a game, say the fifth inning, and your bullpen's in good shape, and I'm going to take a shot there. And Bummer did a great job getting a tough hitter out. That was the game right there. Really, it sounds crazy the way the final score, but the bases loaded and a dangerous hitter up, big out.
The way the team performed after having that long stretch and having a day off, how important was that day off to get this kind of performance out?
Yeah, you know what? These are trap games. I call them trap games. The games after a day off, as a player, as a coach, as a manager, I've always felt that those games were a little tough. You love to have the off day, and we all need them. And we had a tough stretch of 13 games, so we certainly needed the off day. But at the same time, those off days get you out of your routine. We're coming off the road, completely different time zone. Those are trap games. So our guys responded really well, especially after getting down a little bit early and then storming back and kept adding on. That's a really good sign.
Especially after such a dangerous team like Cleveland, that big of a lineup, how big is it for them to get a win like that and to kind of set up and take a series against this tough team?
Yeah, that is a good team. They pitch extremely well. Really tough bullpen, and that's a tough lineup to get through. It's contact. You know, they do all the little things, right? They bunt. They move runners. It's just a tough offense to get through. So yeah, it's a great way to start a series against a really good team.
You're 2 weeks in as the manager. I look over, I see Snit there. And any surprises for you in this first 2 weeks? Anything?
I wouldn't say surprises. I will say I think it really helps that I've been here for 8 years, and this core has been together for a long time. I'm very familiar with the core of this club. I think that's been helpful for me. But I love our group. I love the look in their eye right now, and I told them that after the last game in LA, and I think it's important to acknowledge those things when things are going well, and you're not just getting in front of the club when things aren't going well. So, yeah, I've had a good feeling all spring, and yeah, I certainly still do.
I know you're not going to have 9 guys hot, but how good is it to know that Harris and Acuna are seeing results, and then Riley also?
Yeah, and Riley, said a few days ago he's heading in the right direction, and you can see it. You can see the at-bats, you see the swings, and it doesn't always happen overnight, but you can see him coming. So, yeah, I mean, you think about it, going 8-5 out of the gate, and really some of our big boys hadn't got locked in yet. It was good. That's a good sign too, and now we see our guys starting to swing the bat. And we get a glimpse of how special this offense can be if it's hitting on all cylinders.
Just want to ask, well, how good has Dom Smith been in all kinds of situations?
Oh, and Dom's a gem. He's a wonderful person, a great teammate, and I've said this about him all along. I mean, when he's been on the other side a lot from me. He was in a division with the Mets and the Nationals, and so I used to hate to see him get in the box in a big spot because I knew it was going to be a tough out. I knew you're going to have to make pitches. If you don't, throw the ball in the strike zone, he's going to take his walk, and that's who he is. He's a professional hitter. You hear that term, every once in a while in this game, and that certainly describes Dom. But he's been awesome for us.
And here's a quick one from Ronald Acuna Jr. We had to edit out a little bit of it because one of the Spanish-speaking reporters asked him questions, and he answered back in the I don't know what was going on with the interpreter. He was asleep at the wheel. He didn't answer except a little blurb at the end. So we're just going to leave that junk out when they forget to do their job. Have y'all seen the interpreter this year? He's dyed his hair blonde and everything, so I don't know. Maybe he's going all Madonna and is worried about his look and not worried about doing his job. All right, here we go. Ronald Acuna Jr.
So excited to hit a home run. So baseball is hard sometimes, when you feel good and the thing don't happen. So that's part of the game. Just keep continue to play hard no matter what happens.
Now that you got that first homer out of the way, do you think the homers and the big hits will start coming more easily now?
No, the most important thing, I feel good at the play. I take good AB, so that's the most important thing. So I can control what I can control. When the pitcher throw, I can control hitting the ball, but I can control catch when I hit it. So,
How did you remain confident and not get frustrated?
I always confident on myself. I know I have the talent. I working every time. When the thing don't happen, I don't take that to my house. So that's part of the game. For me, I don't know wearing the Brave uniform every time, so I play every day. So that's the most important thing.
When you see an inning like that, I'm not going to say it's just like 2023, but does it remind you of some of those same pieces are here?
Yeah. You know, like I said before, I feel good. The thing that I can control, I can control what I can control. So I play hard. I take good IB, good defense. So let's see what happens in the couple days.
You're in Braves country.
Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks. Changing speeds east and west. A gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright. The father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play. Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly. And his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts. A plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young. The game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to Eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the Great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying, it felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee, to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Line Up for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair.
with liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They come for reasons they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children longing for the past.
sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers, and erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. He's the throw to the plate.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. Oliver High loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light here. I love them. Good seats, huh? You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, eh, buddy? He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off for your Atlanta Braves. Excuse me, let me start that over. My card's backwards. Leading off for the Cleveland Guardians, Stephen Kwan, center fielder. 1 home run, 4 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .264. Martinez is in left field. 1 home run, 6 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .333. Jose Ramirez is batting third, playing third. 1 home run, 6 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .151. Batting cleanup and in right field, David Fry, 3 for 14 on the season. Chase Day Lauder is the designated hitter, 5 home runs, 11 RBI, a .273 average. Rhys Hoskins, batting sixth and playing first. Three RBIs, a .258 average. Hedges is Brito is batting seventh and playing second, a .417 average, 5 for 12 on the year and 1 RBI. Hedges is behind home plate, batting eighth, 6 for 15 on the year. Rocchio is at short, batting ninth. He has a .200 average with 1 home run and 6 RBI. On the mound for the Cleveland Guardians, Parker Messick, 1-0 with a shiny 0.82 ERA and a 0.91 whip. 11 innings, 7 hits allowed, 11 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 home run served. Martin Perez will be going head-to-head with Parker. He has a 3.86 ERA and a 0.86 whip. 9 innings, 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, no home runs given up. Backing up Martin Perez in the bottom of the first inning, leading off and playing right field for your Atlanta Braves. It's Ronald Acuna Jr. 1 home run, 4 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .222. Drake Baldwin batting second, the designated hitter. 5 home runs, 16 RBI, a .328 average. Ozzie Albies batting third, playing second. 3 home runs, 6 RBI, batting .273. Matt Olson batting cleanup and playing first. 4 home runs, 10 RBI, a .278 average. And Austin Riley is batting fifth and at third. 4 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .224. Mauricio Dubon is in center field. Michael Harris getting the seat versus the tough left-hander. 2 home runs, 9 RBI, a .347 average. Mike Yastrzemski is in left field and batting seventh. 8 for 42 on the year. A .190 average, 3 RBI. Jonah Heim is batting .215 with 2 RBIs. 2 for 15 with 2 RBIs. A .133 clip. Jorge Mateo is batting ninth and playing short. 3 for 9 on the year. 1 home run, 2 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .333. No one in your Atlanta Braves lineup has ever faced Parker Messick. Messick came into the league just last year. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Chris Conroy. Your first base umpire, John Toompane. Second base will be manned by Brennan Miller. And down the third base line, it's Dexter Kelly. Game time temperatures here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, about 82 degrees, with the wind blowing right to left at 3 miles an hour. Our pick to click here tonight with the left-hander on the mound, we'll go with Ronald Acuna Jr. to stay hot. He'll be swinging early and often. Maybe he'll get into one. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to win a tight one, a low-scoring one, 4-2. Atlanta Braves are minus 120 on the money line. Cleveland plus 103. The over-under is 8. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation, bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves country. See who we have here in the chat tonight. Let's get those country club members first. So scroll all the way back up here. Good to see you, Royal PETA. Uncle Charlie, good to see you. Country club member. He's in the club. Jedi Mentat. Mentat? Jedi, whatever. I'm not sure what that second part is. Might be slang or something. Jedi! I thought you were already a country club member, but welcome back in. Go ahead and pause for that.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Gooba gobble, gooba gobble, gooba gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Gooba gobble, one of us. Gooba gobble, one of us. Gooba gobble. Shut up! Oh my
Welcome back in, Jedi. See who else we have in here. Everybody loves Raymond. Good to see you. See who else we have here in the Coco Rex. I think your boy's going to pitch a pretty good game tonight, Coco. A little worried about this one. We got sale tomorrow night. See if we have anybody else here in the country club, and then we'll get to the rest. Salty Ron, good to see you. Man, there's a ton of comments today. Richard Talley, good to see you. Edward Spry, hope all is well with you, Edward Spry. Heard you got dealing with some bad news. Prayers go out to Edward Spry and his family. Thank you, Peter, for letting me know about that. I don't get to see everything in here. Usually so busy staring at other screens. Other folks in the chat, we've got Nathaniel, Velvet, Grayson, D, Willis, Mark, G. What else do we have in here? As we're just about getting set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. As soon as the 3D comes up, we'll lift the curtain. Grayson, James Fisher King, Treetop, Georgia Skater. And scroll down and get ready for the game. If we missed anybody, throw a hello into the chat, as we'll try to catch up as we go along. Atlanta Braves are wearing their City Connects once again, the powder blue with the Atlanta across the chest in white outlined in, we're going to call it red. It starts looking pink when it gets under the lights, but it starts off with a red-ish. Baby blue ball cap, navy, or not navy, but a darker blue bill. Lowercase a outlined in red, representing the city of Atlanta. And the Guardians are wearing their dark blue jerseys with gray pants with the C, representing the city of Cleveland. Beautiful sunshiny skies, and the sun is starting to set. D and Gina, good to see you. Once that 3D kicks in, we'll kick it in. Martin Perez comes set, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch off the plate is called for a strike. Not going to be challenged by Quan because it is the first pitch, but I'm telling you that was a ball. We'll take it. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Outside wide. 1-1 count. Your home plate umpire, Chris Conroy. We haven't seen him in a while. 1-1 pitch. Swing, chops it over to first, and Pat Olson's there to grab it, scoop it, and there's one away. G3 in your scorecard. Left to right in the outfield tonight for your Atlanta Braves, it's the Yaz, Dubon, Harris getting the seat, and Acuna. Around the horn from third to first, it's Riley to Mateo, to Ozzie, to Olson. Heim is behind the plate with Drake being your designated hitter. And, of course, Martin Perez is on the hill. First pitch is right there for a strike. Drifts in on the curveball. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup, the 0-1. Perez comes set. Turns and kicks. Pitch is inside. Man, that was close. I guess it just missed him. It missed him by a hair. It's 1-1. Guess these Braves pitchers are like, man, I don't care if I hit somebody. I got Walt Weiss to take you down, son. That pitch was close. Seriously doubt there was any intentions there. The 1-1 pitch is swung on, actually dropping a bunt, and it's a lofty bunt. It'll loft high into the sky, and making the easy catch on the soft line out L1 of your scorecard. As Martinez was trying to work his way aboard with the bunt, but it's caught in midair by Martinez, and there's quickly to away. Not a bad idea on that play for Martinez, just didn't execute the bunt. First pitch to Jose Ramirez. Joe Ram takes it right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Ramirez, 1 home run, 6 RBI on the year, 514 OPS. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Out in front of that changeup, it's 0-2. Kind of expect Martin Perez to pitch a good game tonight after coming off a bad one. That's usually his MO. When he pitches poorly, he normally bounces back. Now, you can't expect him to go deep into a game, but he can give you 5, maybe even 6. She'll take it. The 0-2 pitch, swing, swatted hard, and scratch that idea. That's a solo shot, and Jose Ramirez plants one into left field, and Cleveland takes the early 1-0 lead. .403 feet over the left field wall. 108 miles an hour off the bat. That was a looping bender, and he just got way too much of the... That was a changeup that he was looking to take to the outside part of the plate, and it drifted inside. And at that point, you're talking about basically a lollipop sitting on a tee. First pitch right there to David Fry is out high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. 1-0. Dixon fires. Swing, pops it up, can of corn. High in the sky. F1 in your scorecard. And so Martin Perez makes 2 of the outs in the inning, but gives up a homer. We'll be back in a flash. 1-0 Cleveland. Good guys, grab the sticks when we return.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm tired of talking to you.
As that'll bring Austin Riley to the plate. Austin Riley had the big home run earlier. And Austin Riley, lifetime, is 0 for 2 against Trina. In Atlanta, a single could win this game. Austin Riley stands at the plate. Peterson is on deck. Jock Peterson, by the way, is 2 for 4 lifetime versus Trina. Here's the swung on, and it is roped down the line. It's going to rattle around, and oh, baby boy, here comes Ozzy Albies. He's going to score. The Braves walk it off in fine fashion. Oh, my word, the first pitch, and it is absolutely scooping down the line. How about that?
What do you want? 25 years old. What does a 25-year-old man want?
Hit a parlay and drink some beers with my buddies. And yeah, I'm going to go as far as to say that's any man of any age. That's all we want. Just hit a parlay, drink some beers with the buddies, hit another parlay, drink some more beers, play some more parlays. That's pretty much the 1-2 punch. I'm going to say any man of any age. That's pretty much, that's all we want. That's it.
In 1882, William Hulbert died, and control of the National League and his old team, the Chicago White Stockings, passed to his second-in-command, A.G. Spaulding.
The magnet must be a strong man among strong men. Everything is possible to him who dares. Albert Goodwill Spaulding.
The railroads had Commodore Vanderbilt. Big Steel had Andrew Carnegie. Big Oil, John D. Rockefeller. Baseball had Albert Goodwill Spaulding.
Welcome back. 1-0 your score. Cleveland leads it. First pitch is up and in. Just touches the inside track. Top corner for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Parker Mexick brings it. Swing. Dribbles it over towards third, and that'll be an easy 5-3. High throw by Ramirez, but a good job staying with it over there. Reese Hoskins had to stretch. 1 down. You see our friend, the idiot catcher, is back. So we'll go ahead and pull this back. something they are doing incorrectly. And that's all we know. Nothing we can control for those who may be new to this earth. First pitch on the way is swung on and fouled away. Sinker into the crowd. It's 0-1. Drake Baldwin, the batter, batting .328. Messick kicks and fires. Swing! Fouls it back. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Messick looking in. The 0-2. Check swing and dribbles it over towards third. It's going to be a long throw by Ramirez, and the Drake's going to beat it out. And that's how you beat the shift. Just kind of doinked it over there towards the third base side. They were playing on a hard. As Vogt looks to see if he wants to challenge it. He does not. They were on a hard shift to the right side. He just kind of dinked it out there. And by the time Ramirez got to it, pretty reliable third baseman out there, but not really known as having one of the stronger arms. And it's 1 on, 1 out here to start the inning. First pitch swinging by Ozzie Albies is lifted towards right field, and David Fry is going to F9 him. 2 down. Ozzie once again down on the first pitch in the first at bat of the game. Left to right in the outfield for the Guardians. It's Martinez, Kwan, and Fry. Around the horn from third to first, Jose Ramirez, Rocchio, Brito, and Hoskins. Hedges behind the plate, and of course Parker Messick is on the bump. Parker Messick digs in. First pitch to Matt Olson. He's outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Parker Messick is a 6-foot, 225-pounder out of Florida State University, born in Plant City, Florida. The 1-0 misses high, ball 2-0. Debuted in the major leagues last year on August 20th, and he has been very impressive so far. A 2.31 ERA in his career in 9 starts. The 2-0 misses high, 3-0. He was the 54th pick overall in the second round. It's a pretty high draft pick. And quick riser through the ranks. The 3-0 right there. 4-seamer, P at the knees. It's 3-1. His first 2 outings were against the Dodgers in Los Angeles. 6 innings, no earned runs, 5 strikeouts. And against the Cubs, 5 innings. The 3-1 misses high and out of the zone, ball 4. And Matt Olson will head on down to first. First and second, 2 outs. Against the Cubs in Cleveland, 5 innings, 1 run. It was just a solo shot, 2 hits allowed, 6 strikeouts. He did walk 3, so we'll keep an eye on that. Lefty-righty is Austin Riley starts to heat up. The first pitch swinging, pops it up, back over towards the first base side, and making the running grab is Hoskins. Kind of bails out the catcher there at Hedges. I think he kind of lost it. Good play over there by Hoskins, and that'll end the inning. Braves fail to score, trail at 1-0. We go to inning number 2.
What do you think has become so expensive that it's just not worth it anymore?
Life. Thank you for listening.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
You don't slap me for telling jokes. That's unacceptable. And the thing is, Will, I love him, but he was, the happy-go-lucky before the slap, and nobody saw that coming, which was weird. 50 Cent had been going ham on Jada. He didn't slap 50 Cent. He slapped 50 pounds. Chris Rock can't defend himself. His hands don't even make fists. You ever see the little hands? He got like little back scratches.
Armchair.
Albert Goodwill Spaulding. He had been the finest pitcher of the 1870s. He learned his baseball from Harry Wright, who had paid him $1,500 a year to pitch for the Boston Red Stockings. In 1876, he left Boston for Chicago, lured by William Hulbert's offer of a $500 raise and 25% of the gate. But Spaulding had still bigger things in mind. At age 27, he stopped pitching entirely to become a full-time promoter of baseball and himself.
Welcome back. 1-0 your score. Cleveland leads Atlanta as Martin Perez goes back to work. The first pitch to Chase Day Lauder is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Chase batting .273 on the year, already 5 home runs. The 1-0 right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 1-1. One count. Turns and fires. Lifted. High into center field. Should be an easy catch by Mauricio Dubon. He'll make the grab, and there's one away. F8 in your scorecard. Martin Perez, the southpaw, getting his second start, third appearance. His first time out, it was a long relief, went 4 1/3 with no earned. First pitch to Rhys Hoskins, the former Philadelphia Philly. Takes it outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. They got a big laugh in the dugout when Hoskins came in as the 1-0. Right there for a strike. It's 1-1. I saw it on the Cleveland cast. They all knew what I saw, which was that Hoskins bailed out the catcher Hedges by running over there and grabbing that. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Sizzles that down the left field line, but foul. 1-2. What you will see out of Martin Perez tonight, he's got a 5-pitch mix. He's got the 32% he uses the sinker, and the 31% he uses the change is the 1-2 pitch. Change up, bang, foul down the third base line towards the dugout. 1-2 your count. 1-0 your score. Cleveland leads Atlanta. 23% of the time he throws the cutter in there. The curve at 10% of the time, and just to keep you honest, he's got a 4-seamer at about 4%. The 1-2, 4-seamer. Speak of the devil is upstairs, misses high. 2-2 count. Top of the second. 1-0 your score, Cleveland. The 2-2 caught, looking strike 3. Punched him out upstairs, and Hoskins wants to challenge. It's going to be very close. The pitch is right there at the top of the zone, and very may well be a ball. We're going to get the ABS challenge, and just misses the zone. Good challenge by Hoskins. That'll make it a full count. I mean, you're talking about, what did they say, 1 1/3 inch? It looked even closer than that, to be honest with you. The payoff pitch, Perez bearing down, brings it. Swing, rolls over the change down the third base line. We'll do it again. So a full count. This will be Perez's 22nd pitch of the evening, and he will fire it in there. Swing! That ball's hammered down the third base line. Another four-seamer they tried to sneak in there, and second time he has racked that one. Just hasn't been able to keep it straight. Might need to abandon that pitch against Rhys Hoskins tonight. Seems to be all over it. The 3-2, swing. Cutter on the outer edge. Full count once again. That ball goes into the seats. The payoff pitch from Perez. And that ball, cutter, laced down the line. Do it one more time. As slow as he runs, it might just be easier to hit him in the ribs and then go try to get your double play. The payoff, swing, changeup, rolled over towards Riley. Riley at third, fires it to first. A laser across the diamond, and it's a 5-3, 2 down. Good at bat there by Hoskins. By the way, that was the 11th pitch of that at bat. Two up, 2 down, top of the second inning, 1-0 Cleveland. And Brito comes to the plate. First pitch is a changeup outside wide. It's 1-0. Juan Brito. Man, if he ever becomes a Brave, I've already got nicknames galore for him. The 1-0 just misses. 2-0. It's spelt Brito. But when you say it fairly quickly, it sounds like the food, burrito. The 2-0 pitch. Upstairs. Cutter. Called for a strike, 2-1. Two-one count. Perez about to throw his 29th of the evening. Fires it. Cutter inside. 86 miles an hour. Ball 3. Standing on deck is Hedges. The pitch, right there at the knees, full count. Brito thought about challenging it. He went to tap his helmet and then just kind of pulled it. Probably figured number 7 hitter. Pretty close pitch, the payoff pitch. That one will miss, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. Cleveland 1, Braves nothing, top of the second inning. Coming to the plate now is Austin Hedges. Hedges, the backstop, first pitch swinging, lifts it to center field. That's down for a base hit. And they'll go station to station with Dubon getting on it quickly. But it's first and second, 2 outs. Trouble brewing here in the top of the second. Braves trail 1-0. Now you're at the bottom of the order, the number 9 hitter, Brian Rocchio. He does have a home run to his name, so you do have to be careful there. Batting 200 on the year, lefty-righty. Infield is back into the left, and the first pitch, down and in changeup. It's 1-0. Good to see you, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. 1-0. Martin. Now pitch number 34. Misses high and out of the zone, 2-0. And I think Jonah's going to go out there and talk to him, kind of settle him down a bit. Top of the order is due up. They're looming on deck. So 1-0 your score, 2-0 the count, 2 on, 2 out. Deuces wild here. We're in the second inning. The 2-0 pitch upstairs for a strike, 2-1. That one might have even missed as well. That one's very close to the one that Rhys Hoskins challenged and got overturned. No challenge here. Perez is struggling with control. The pitch on the way. Cutter, swing, slice it foul, 2-2. The 2-2. Once again, pitch on the way inside. Misses high, has to bend out of the way. So a full count, which means really stepping in his mess kit over here because the runners are going to be on the move now. The payoff pitch from Perez. Swing, laces it down the third base line and just foul. I mean, just foul. Holy cow, is that close. That probably would have cleared the bases. With Yaz out there in left field, he would have had a long way to go, and the runners are on the move with the full count. The payoff pitch once again. Swing! Fouls it away. We'll do it again. Full count. On deck, the top of the order, Stephen Kwan. The payoff pitch. Upstairs, misses high, ball 4. So he's heading to first, and now you got trouble. Bases loaded. 2 outs, and Jeremy Hefner will go out there to talk to him. It's been a long inning for Perez. He's at 40 pitches. He's darn near at 30 for this inning alone. Chris Conroy, the home plate umpire, goes out there to break up the poker game out there on the mound. So here we go. Lefty-lefty matchup. Stephen Kwan digging in. First pitch upstairs. Just missed the zone, and Heim wants to challenge this one. It's really close. Not a definitive one, but it looks like he might have touched the top of the zone. See what the call is. He did. Good challenge by Heim. He's been good on those for the most part this year. Such a close one, but I'd say 95% of that was Heim trying to help his pitcher out who's really struggling. The 0-1. Swing, dribbles it over towards second, and Ozzie Albies will be there to save the day. He flips it to Olsen, and we get a sigh of relief. We go to the bottom of the second, still 1-0.
Hey, how do you make friends so easily online like you do? Oh, it's easy. I'm a train wreck, and people like to watch.
Hey Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
PA plus E equals P. this is simple for everybody. You have so much God-given talent, and you really can't control that. You can control your effort and your attitude. Positive attitude plus effort equals your performance.
What blows my mind is people willingly back up into parking spots. If someone had a gun to my head and they said back up into that parking spot or parallel park, honey, make that casket pink, because that ain't gonna happen.
Albert Goodwill Spaulding. With $800 borrowed from his mother, he opened a sporting goods business. Soon he was manufacturing all the baseballs used in the National League. He then began making bats and uniforms, managing to persuade club owners that each position should have its own distinctive garb. The result was chaos. The team looked like a Dutch bed of tulips, a Chicago sports writer said, and the experiment was quickly abandoned.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
What's for dinner?
Welcome back.
Hey, Chef, what's for dinner?
Parker Messick fires the first pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. 0-1. Called for a strike, I guess it's 0-2. And Dubon looks confused as the pitch was out of the zone. I think he tried to challenge it and something happened where they didn't allow the challenge. Is the 0-2 in the dirt? 1-2. 1-2 count. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky over there by the first base dugout, and making the catch over there is Hoskins for out number 1. That really changes the at-bat. You go from 0-1 to what would have been 1-1, and he missed that next pitch in the dirt to 2-1. You're no longer protecting the plate at that point. Pitch up high like that, you can let that go. And looking at the replay of it on the pitch cast, that pitch missed as well. So you're talking about the difference between a pop out and possibly a 3-1 count. Yastrzemski right there for a strike, four-seam fastball, bringing it 0-1. What you'll get from Messick tonight is a four-seamer, 33% of the time, changeup 22, sinker 16, the slider 13. The 0-1 pitch swing lifts it into center field and drifting over, making the catch. F8 in your scorecard, 2 down. Slider at 13%, curve at 11, and the cutter at 5%. So you really are seeing a true kitchen sink pitcher. A guy that has 6 different pitches and doesn't really lean on one. Pretty good velocity at that. The first pitch on the way is a four-seamer, 93, fouls it straight back. Jonah Heim batting 133 on the year. It's 0-1. But what he really tries to do is keep you off balance. The 0-1. Swing. And that'll be a soft line drive into the glove of the shortstop, Rocchio, and the Braves go down. 1-2-3. We go to the third inning. It's 1-0 in Atlanta.
How the hell can you wear a Bears jersey at a Packer game?
This is worse than when you wore the Air Supply t-shirt to the Aerosmith concert.
And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam.
A lot of people work really, really hard for their dreams, but it's not meant for everybody.
That's why you use auto-tune and I don't.
People like making fun of us guys who still wear cargo shorts, aka purse pants. Well, guess what? I can't wear the short shorts that are in style because I hit an age where my might fall at the bottom. Also, I can hold like 3 beers in each cargo pocket. Boom. And lastly, I always have 2 free hands. That means I can give 2 high fives.
Whoa. You're prejudiced against Tommy Macklin because you know he's a white guy. I don't know anything about him. I just told you he was a white guy. So? That's why you hate him. But you know he's a white guy, so you're against him. Well, I ain't prejudiced that way. I ain't prejudiced against no man just because his skin is the same color as my own.
Yeah, Archie has
lots of white friends.
Like other captains of industry, Spalding crushed or bought out his competitors, becoming the largest sporting goods manufacturer in the country. Spalding Sporting Goods, its proprietor said, is converting all America to the gospel of exercise. Spalding ran his team and his empire from the private box he built for himself in Chicago's Congress Street grounds, fitted out with a gong to summon servants and a new invention, a telephone, to keep track of all his enterprises while he watched the game. Newspapers called him the baseball messiah.
Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Welcome back. Martin Perez goes back to work after a quick second inning. He has to go right back out there, and he had a long second himself. First pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0, swing and a miss. 1-1. That's one of those deals where you really wish you would get some kind of a talk when those guys come in the dugout after your pitcher goes through a long inning like that. Is the 1-1 pitch, swing, lifts it out to left field, drifting over, making the running catch out there is the Yahtzee, baby. One down. F7 in your scorecard. But you wish you would get some kind of a conversation with these guys. Say, hey, your starting pitcher is on fumes after that inning. Let's not go out there swinging at the first couple of pitches we see. Jose Ramirez, the batter, he's got a solo shot to his name. The one run on the board is his home run. The first pitch is upstairs, cutter. For a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it. Cutter, down and away, 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. 1-2. One, two from Perez. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him with the cutter. 2 down. Good pitch there by Perez. Good bounce back so far. David Fry, the batter, he'll take the first pitch right there on the outer edge for a strike. Curveball, it's 0-1. 0-1. Swing. Riles it off his instep. 0-2. 0-2 count. One to nothing, your score. Perez tried to hit the outside corner with the cutter. 1-2. The 1-2 in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that'll end the inning. We'll continue to try to solve the mystery that is MLB's video. We'll be back in a flash. 1-0 your score.
All right, say cheese. Oh, I'm vegan, so can't really. Oh my God. Soy.
Look at Soto! He's kicked. He wants to throw the bat at the fan. Let him. That's his manager pulling him away. Boy, how bad is Jody Davis hurt?
A fan threw a beer at Mario Soto, and that incited him. He grabbed a bat and wanted to go after the fan with a bat.
I'll tell you the truth, and my wife and I, we never have sex. Now, we get undressed, we can't stop laughing, you know?
Hey, I'm from an era where we turn everything into a cup. Say what you want, but the salsa glass be making some good salsa water, boy. Yeah, you finish with a little jar of pickles, boy, put some Kool-Aid in there. You use all the ragu out the glass jar? All right, put some soda in there. Once a glass container is empty, it becomes a reusable glass container. Shoot, you having company? Peel that paper off. Oh, y'all fancy over here. This a fancy glass.
Spalding led his White Stockings and a pickup team of all-stars on a round-the-world tour to spread the gospel of the great American game.
We are up at breakfast early as we are to start at 10 o'clock for the pyramids. Camels and donkeys have been secured for the party, the ball players in uniform, as for the first time the Sphinx is to witness a game of baseball. After lunch, we have photos taken at the Sphinx and then proceed to play our historical game of ball with about 200 Arabs for an audience. They took more interest in the game than the average Englishman and did not once refer to it as the old game of rounders, you know.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging. Sinker to Jorge Mateo. Bangs it foul. It's 0-1. 1-0 your score. The 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. Kicks and fires. And knocks that back foul. It's 1-2. So 1-2 count. Swing. Lifts that down the line. Deep down the right field line, and we'll do it again. Cleveland 1, Atlanta 0. The 0-2. Brings it, swing, lifts it, high into left field, and making the catch out there, F7 in your scorecard, is Martinez, 1 down. See how long this lasts. There's been bugs all night. There's been bugs all weekend on it, to be honest. Ronald Acuna Jr., the batter. First pitch to Acuna, who's 0 for 1. Takes the pitch down and away. It's 1-0. Acuna grounded out to third to start the game for the Braves, the 1-0. Check swing, another pepper shot to the dugout. He just eats strikes when he does that. That pitch was 3 inches below the zone. Easily 3 inches, if not 4. 1-1. The 1-1. Swing, fouls it back. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Turns and fires. High and inside. 2-2. The 2-2 count. Swing! Fouls it away. Saws it off towards the first base dugout. We'll do it again. The 2-2 from Messick. Upstairs, misses high, and it's a full count. Very close pitch he's been trying to hit. Are they challenging that? I believe Hedges is challenging this, and that pitch is nowhere near the zone. Not even close. They're saying 2.5 inches. My patootie, that thing's 3, if not 3.5. That thing was well out of the zone. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Got him fishing. 2 down. Lefty-lefty matchup as Drake Baldwin comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Batting .339 now. It's 1-0. Just kind of tapped one over to third against the defensive shift and worked his way aboard. Is the 1-0 right there for a strike, 1-1. The only Braves base hit of the night. The 1-1. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. Messick has walked 2. Give up 1 hit. The 2-1. Turns and fires. Down and in. Ball 3, 3-1. The 3-1 count. I don't know where he's going, but for those of y'all who follow sports, the 3-1 pitch outside wide. Ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. And 1 on, 2 out. Messick walks his 3rd batter of the night. Excuse me, that was just number 2. I got ahead of myself there. Baldwin and Olsen were the 2 walks. Had it written down wrong. So 2nd walk of the night. First pitch to Ozzie Albies is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. For those of y'all who follow all sports, Mark Jones of ESPN is stepping down. I guess his last game's going to be this weekend. Don't know where he's going or why it happened. Is the 1-0 pitch, swing. And that ball's going to get dribbled through the hole for a base hit. And how about that? Little 2-out magic here for your Atlanta Braves. And we've got runners on first and second. 2 outs. And possibly getting something going here with the Drake and the Wiz.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Ozzie just kind of punched it through the hole. They were playing him on a overshift. Matt Olson, the batter, as Messick fires it over to second, trying to keep Drake Baldwin close by. The throw is to Rocchio. Never really had a chance of making that click, but nonetheless, it is a move used. Lefty-lefty matchup. The first pitch, 4-seam fastball, misses high. It's 1-0. 1-0. Messick turns and fires. Swing! Fouls it away. It's a 4-seam fastball that he sizzles to the backstop, and it's 1-1. One count. Brings it. And that ball's going to get rolled down the third base line. Just foul. 1-2. One-two count. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He chased a changeup around his shoe tops, and that'll end the inning. Parker Messick, a nasty customer, 1-0. We go to the 4th.
You come at the king, you best not miss.
1 strike they count to Gwynn, and the fastball inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. At first, second, and short. And Gooden catches the outside corner with a fastball. So it's 1-2. Curveball and hit fouled on the left side.
Giving him an off-speed pitch that he can really handle with a man on third and the infield back, especially through the middle. It's like giving up the run.
Goes back to the fastball, and it's fouled into the stands. So
shortstop or to the second baseman.
And the fastball for a ball. It's 2-2. And again, the fastball. That puts the count at 3-2. And as you pointed out, Rusty, he does not strike out often. Got caught looking yesterday. 3-2 pitch, and it's hit down the line. It's foul. 3-2. 3-2 curveball out of the strike zone. So Gooden wins that one.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by our mystery sponsor, a product that is so good that they're paying us to keep anyone from associating it with this program.
Just a bit outside. Ball 4. Ball 8.
On many a summer day, I played baseball starting at 8 in the morning, running home at noon for a quick meal, and again with fielding and batting till it was too dark to see the ball. These were times when my head seemed empty of everything but baseball names and figures. I could name the players who led in batting and fielding and the pitchers who had won the most games. And I had my opinions about who was better than anybody else in the national game. Carl Sandburg.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Mr. Martin Perez is a sinker off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. Chase Day Lauder, the batter. Swing and a miss at the changeup. It's 1-1. Braves trail 1-0. One run, 2 hits, no errors for Cleveland as the pitch from Perez is right there. Drops in for a strike. Sinker. On the outer edge, it's 1-2. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Cleveland. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for your Atlanta Braves. The 1-2 pitch just misses the edge. My word. Ooh. That's one of those ones where you know he got the call right, but you wish he hadn't. The 2-2. Outside wide. That changeup did miss by plenty. Full count. So in danger of walking the leadoff runner here. Perez looking in. The payoff pitch. Ball is swung on and fouled off the plate. Do it again. Day Lauder 0 for 1 with the fly out in the second. The payoff pitch once again. Swing! That ball's chopped over to second. Ozzy's got it, and it's going to be flipped over to first. 4-3 on the putout, and 1 away. Good job by Perez of getting Day Lauder, and that'll bring Hoskins to the plate. Rhys Hoskins, 0 for 1 on the day, batting .250 on the year. 774 OPS from the former slugger of the Phillies, and of course after that went to the Brewers for landing over here in Cleveland. Curveball misses high inside. It's 1-0. Hoskins is one of the better right-handed hitters in all of Major League Baseball, especially in the National League, is the 1-0. Down below the knees, 2-0. Before his broken leg that he ended up suffering just before the 2023 season in spring training is the 2-0. Upstairs, misses high, 3-0. Prior to that, he had 27 and 30 home runs, respectively, as the 3-0 right there for a strike. 3-1. 3-1 count. Kicks and fires. As Perez flips it up there, and that one's at the knees. Full count. 2024 had a little bit of a dip. He started off hot and then kind of fell off, but it was 2025 where he really fell off and was fighting for playing time in Milwaukee. Finished with 12 home runs as the payoff pitch swing. Hits it deep into the hole. It's short. Mateo's got it. Fires it to first, and it's a 6-3 put out, 2 down. Mateo with the long throw. Good throw. One hopper that Olsen grabbed with ease. Mateo also knew he had plenty of time with Hoskins running. Hoskins kind of runs like an old linebacker now because of the leg injuries. He used to have pretty good speed, especially for a first baseman. He had started in the outfield in Philadelphia back in 2017 when he was a rookie. He was there for several years. The first pitch is upstairs. A strike to Brito. It's 0-1. Juan Brito is 0 for 0 on the day with the walk in the books. The 0-1 pitch. Just misses cutter. 1-1. 1-1 count. When Hoskins had the season-ending injury and the Braves are challenging that, will they get that? They will get that. I mean, a stitch hit the zone. A stitch. They're showing the replay. I don't even know if the ball hit it, but a stitch poked out and smacked the ABS. And it's 0-2. The 0-2 swing. Chops it hard over to third. And a short hopper into the glove of Riley on that second hop. He'll fire it over to first. Good throw. Great snag. 5-3. We'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, trailing by 1 here in Atlanta.
My kids, they don't help either, you know. My kids, they're very smart kids I got, you know. Yeah. But the other day I told my kid, I said, someday you'll have children of your own. He said, so will you.
Hey, Braves country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Look at that! The Hendersons are getting a new fence.
Ah, who cares? They're swingers.
I want a new fence.
Need a home loan fast? At the American Bank of Los Santos, we'll help you get the debt you need to make life easier. We'll show you how to look richer and be poorer. You need to impress people fast. Not in 20 years. It's only a risk if you get into money troubles or the economy changes. Call American Bank of Los Santos. Now that the kids have moved out and have drug problems of their own, maybe it's time to install a luxury marble wet bar so you can get drunk in private. American Bank of Los Santos. Why worry about tomorrow if you look inadequate today? Armchair.
Past 2 weeks, you've been reading about a bad brag. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. That I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
Welcome back. Austin Riley, the batter. Parker Messick, the pitcher. First pitch misses down and in. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup. The 1-0. Fires a cutter inside. Ball 2, 2-0. 2-0 count. Yeah, I'm with you, Coco. I don't buy any of those. The 2-0 right there for a strike. 2-1. The one that I do believe is the one that Ted Williams hit because it's so far away. And I've been to Fenway, and you can see where the ball hit the seat is the 2-1 pitch. Chops it over towards third. That'll be a 5-3 put out. Riley once again Grounds out. One away. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 your score. Quick moving ball game so far. First pitch to Mauricio Dubon is fouled straight back. It's 0-1. But the one that they painted the seat red, I think is what they did in Fenway, where that shows where that ball hit that Ted Williams smoked into center field. That one's believable because there was a guy there and they've shown it a million times where like hit his hat the whole 9 yards as the pitch is fouled away. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count to Dubon. Lefty righty pitch swing, dribbles it up the middle. That'll be a 4-3 put out, and it's 1 down. Knock on wood, but we haven't had issues yet since we changed. It took a couple of times, but to reset and leave it on the screen behind the plate, so we're going to roll with that for now. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way to Yastrzemski. Is outside wide. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and fires. Drops a teardrop. Strike right there. 0-2. I believe that first pitch did not hit the zone, but it was so close it's kind of hard to. Did y'all see this thing with the Ichiro? The 0-2 pitch swing, chops it over to third, and that's going to be a 5-3 put out. We'll talk about when we come back, but Ichiro's new statue was broken when they unveiled it. Oh my God, Seattle, what are you doing?
It is so hot outside. I almost called my ex so I could be around something shady.
There was no such thing as on demand. You couldn't just turn on a TV and be like, I want to see this
on
TV
demand.
show. Yeah, like what you have now is on demand. Like going to...
Like getting it right, like immediately? Is that what you mean?
That's
on
demand. Like demanding it right now. It's ready on demand. When you open Hulu,
Yeah.
you go to season 12, episode 6, play, that is on demand. It is ready for you.
Ready,
That
yeah.
did not exist.
Oh, okay. Right.
It took you... Like, you would just have to wait months for the next season of a TV show.
Months?
They would leave it on a cliffhanger and have the season finale, and then you would just not know anything for like 3 months. So
I would just wait until everything's there to watch it then.
there was no there. You had to watch it while it was on television.
You can save it. You can record it with the remote.
Throughout the entire 90s, we had no ability to pause, rewind, live TV.
You couldn't pause?
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
Listen, and we had a TV guide, okay? We had a TV guide.
A remote?
What?
A remote?
A book.
Armchair.
By the 1880s, newspapers and magazines and now baseball cards, printed up to help boost the sale of cigarettes, brought into the homes of young boys a generation of baseball heroes they would never get to see in person. Pete Browning, the old gladiator of the Louisville Eclipse, had a lifetime batting average of .343 and was the idol of Kentucky fans. One day in 1884, he broke his favorite bat. After the game, an apprentice woodworker named Bud Hillerick offered to make Browning a new bat. The next day, Browning went 3 for 3. Thereafter, he would use no one else's bats. It was the first Louisville Slugger, and Browning would eventually own more than 200 of them, to each of which he gave a name taken from the Bible.
Welcome back. First pitch to Austin Hedges. Misses the zone for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup. The 1-0. Sinker at the knees. 1-1. Did not get the call. Excuse me. 2-0. The 2-0. Oh, man, that pitch did look like it hit the zone. Did not get that call either. So it's a 3-0 count to the light-hitting backstop Austin Hedges to start the inning, the number 8 hitter. The 3-0 pitch. Misses high, ball 4. That third pitch, by the way, was definitely in the zone. They've shown it on the screen. 80% of that pitch was in the zone. I'm a little surprised Heim didn't challenge that because he's been pretty good at challenging. Braves still have both of their challenges. Cleveland is down to 1. Brian Rocchio, the batter. Lefty-righty, first pitch swinging, rolls it foul down the third base side. 0-1. Remember, Braves country, tomorrow it is a night game. First pitch, 7:20, not 7:15. The 0-1 pitch. Kicks and fires, swing, fouls it away. It's 0-2. The next 2 Sundays are 7:20s. Near the Peacock game of the week. The 0-2 count. And I am not looking forward to that because I'm assuming that's all these different streaming devices, the O2 and the Dirt, 1 and 2. There will be something wrong. The Netflix one was a disaster. Thankfully, they don't do another. I think their next broadcast is the Home Run Derby, and then they have the random game in the Field of Dreams game is back as the 1-2 pitch swing. Lifted high into right field, drifting back, drifting. Making the leaping catch out there in right field is Ronald Acuna Jr. just before the wall, and there's one away. Good play by Acuna. As Hedges is way back to first. They have the Home Run Derby. They have opening night, the Home Run Derby, and then they have the Field of Dreams game. That does not involve the Braves. I forget. I want to say Philly and somebody this year. First pitch on the way is check swing. Bangs it foul down the line. It's 0-1. If it doesn't interfere with the Braves, we'll probably cover it, but I don't remember when it is because it's different than when they first came out with that Field of Dreams game. They have moved it so many times. The 0-1 pitch. Right there, bang, sinker for a strike to Stephen Kwan. 0-2. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Kicks and fires. Sinker misses high, 1-2. So 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing! That ball is belted high and deep into right field, but it's going to turn foul. It's going to take a right turn around Albuquerque. 1-2. Man, that was a hanger. Perez got to be careful with those pitches. The 1-2 count. We do have a new clip, by the way, for Dominic Smith. The Dominator is the 1-2 outside wide. 2-2, way outside the zone. 90-mile-an-hour sinker that missed the zone by plenty. We knew he probably wasn't playing tonight because of the left-hander in, but we'll have it if he pinch hits or the next time he's in as a starter. The 2-2 swing, pops it up high in the sky, and that'll bounce into the seats foul. We'll do it again. Stephen Kwan, 0 for 2 on the day. It's a tough foul. One of the reasons why they put him at the top of the order. Good speed, hard to double up on a double play. He's very good at just getting on for the rest of the part of the order. The 2-2 misses. Sinker. Outside wide. Full count. So a full count. Swing. Dribbles it up the middle, and Ozzy's got it. Shovels it to Mateo. He'll fire it over to first and get Quan by about a quarter step, if that. Man, that was a good throw by Mateo. We'll be back in a flash here on the Braves Country Radio Network. 1-0 Cleveland, bottom of the fifth.
War's over, man. Drop the big one.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. And it ain't over now. Who's with me? Let's go!
I don't have to tell you things are bad. It's depression. Everybody's scared. Punks are running wild in the street. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. I want you to get mad.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live.
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. You're gonna let it be the worst.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham.
You gotta say, damn it, my life has value. And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
Intruder.
Yes, you're an intruder. I was having a perfectly nice trip until you walked into my life.
Hey! Let's just lying around.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Right. Psychotic, but absolutely right.
We gotta take these bastards.
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
Are they yelling in Atlanta? I'm as mad as hell! They're yelling in Atlanta.
Son of a... We struck the mother load!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm not gonna take it anymore!
And this crowd's back into it now.
I didn't think you had it in you.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave. Play for blood, remember?
Fuck, I missed something.
Yeah, we're all officially kicked out of school.
That makes sense.
First pitch to start off the inning. Jonah Heim is right there for a strike. Lefty-righty matchup, the 0-1. Switch hitting catcher. Bangs it over to short. And that'll be an easy 6-3, and that'll start the bottom of the fifth. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Cleveland. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Atlanta Braves. Jorge Mateo, the batter. 0 for 1 on the day, now batting .300 on the year. And we hit a couple of big hits in Arizona. First pitch, swing, pops it back foul. Cutter into the stands, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and fires. Down and in. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing! That ball's laced down the left field line. Plenty foul. Do it again. Looks like we got the right-hander warming up in the pen for your Atlanta Braves. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. So it looks like Mateo's down on strikes. Looks like Perez might be done for the night. I believe that was Tyler Kinley, but they did not put it up on the screen. Ronald Acuna Jr. First pitch misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. They used to do that. They don't do that anymore. They used to put who's warming up in the pen on the bottom of the screen so you could see the names, but for whatever reason, when they went to this Brave Vision, I don't see it anymore. The 1-1. Swing, slices it down the right field line. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Kind of an oopsie-daisy kind of two-out double by your Atlanta Braves. And Ronald Acuna Jr., he's going for 3. Wild throw. It goes into, does it go into the dugout? It's going to bounce. No, right there. Great play by Parker Messick. to keep the ball from going to the dugout. As it bounced towards the dugout, it was a bad throw.
Bravo.
Looking at the replay here.
Bravo.
I believe. No, they're not going to show it well. But I could have swore that I saw as the first pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin, runner at third, 2 outs. They go around, they check down the line. Third base umpire Dexter Kelly says, no dice, it's 1-0. It appeared 1-0. Drops a curveball in there. 1-1. Appears that Tommy Watkins, the third base coach, he was getting down to tell Acuna to slide. It looked like the ball might have hit him to slow it down. 1-1. Fouls it away. It's 1-2. Without seeing an overhead shot, there's no way of knowing if that had any bearing on it. It missed the umpire, but it looked like on one of the wide views from Cleveland that it actually hit Watkins, which kept the ball in play. The 1-2 count, caught looking, strike 3. Ooh, Drake, you got to swing the bat, son. We'll head to the top of the 6th. 1-0 your score. Tying run was 90 feet away. We couldn't come through.
So y'all can stand on a chair and tape your phone to the ceiling to do that dumbass challenge, but your smoke detector been beeping off here.
I live next door. I've got problems with the Wi-Fi.
Okay, so why are you here to me?
Well, it's your Wi-Fi, isn't it? Have you done something?
Okay, but I've not got a problem with my Wi-Fi.
You've put a password on it.
What do you mean?
Look, how long have I been here now? I've been here 2 years. I've happily used the Wi-Fi, and now I see that you've put a password on it, and I can't use it. I think you're being unreasonable.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Look, it's very simple. You have Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah, I have Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I've been happily using your Wi-Fi now for a couple of years, and all of a sudden you put a password on it, and I've got no access. I tell you what, you let me have your password, and that's the end of the problem.
Hold a minute, you've been using my Wi-Fi?
Well, I don't know how much of your Wi-Fi it is. I mean, it's a signal, isn't it? Right? Well, the signal doesn't remain just within your 4 walls, so what comes out here is public. It's on public property, right? It's public.
Okay, but now you can't because I put a password on it.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. So, look, there's 2 things we can do. One is, and I think the easiest thing is, let me have your password. Or, of course, you can always remove your password. I mean, it's just pretty easy, really. Simple as that.
Armchair.
Roger Connor of the New York Giants was the era's greatest home run hitter. He smashed 138 during his career, a record which would stand until Babe Ruth came along.
Pull up a chair. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. We are in the 6th inning here in Braves Country. 1-0 your score. Cleveland leads Atlanta. It was a solo home run by Jose Ramirez. That's the difference. It's Joel Pyomps that's going to come on. Okay. So it's Pyomps, not Kenley. Ever since Kenley got his hair cut from a distance, the two of them kind of resemble each other. Top of the 6th. 1-0 your score. Angel Martinez is the batter, the number 2 hitter, followed by Jose Ramirez and David Fry. First pitch on the way is upstairs. 4-seam fastball. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Be curious to see if Fry stays in the game or if they pinch hit for him. He normally is just a straight platoon against left-handed pitching. The 0-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing. Slaps it through the hole. There in the 5-6 hole, and the leadoff runner's on for the Cleveland Guardians. And 1 on, nobody out here to start the top of the 6th. And Jose Ramirez, who hit a home run earlier in the game, comes to the plate. Spencer Strider threw a bullpen session today and actually faced some live hitters as well, as they'll be looking to see whether or not, when they'll start sending him out on an assignment, is the first pitch. Four-seam fastball to Ramirez has popped up down the third base line, fouling out of play. It's 0-1. We're sitting here on April 11th. Pretty much guarantee it's going to be at least 3, possibly 4 outings. So that everybody's been earmarking the very beginning of May when he may be in Atlanta, in an Atlanta uniform. The 0-1. Swing, rips it down the right field line. That is a fair ball. Coming up with it is Acuna, but going first to third with ease is Martinez. And we got trouble brewing. Piamps quickly. 2 on, nobody out. As the cutter just laid in there, it was kind of flat, so it didn't really cut. So what you really get is a slow fastball. Runners on the corners, nobody out, and Schneemann comes in for Fry. The infield will be playing double play depth to try to keep this out of a big inning. Still a long way to go in this one. First pitch, runner goes, throw comes down to second base, and Joe Ram steals second with ease on Jonah Heim. I think Piamps fell asleep at the wheel. Weiss was looking to see if he wanted to challenge it, but he really shouldn't. Yeah, he's not going to. He was in there with ease. Piamps let Ramirez get a huge jump, and he took advantage of it. It's third stolen base of the season for Joe Ram. And now runners at second and third, nobody out. First pitch swing, and Schneemann swings in and out of his shoes. It's 1-1. Braves have brought the infield in. So this really changes the inning because they were willing to give up a run. Now they're getting greedy and coming in, and a base hit is going to score 2. The 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. 2-1 count. I've always felt like it's too early in the game to start bringing the infield in when it's a 1-1 game in the 6th. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2. I'd much prefer to see them play it smart, keep the game right there. You open the floodgates, and it can be an inning like the Braves had last night on Cleveland. The 2-2 pitch, swing, lifts it down the right field line. Acuna giving chase. He should really let the thing go. He tried to make the catch, did not get to it. An honest engine. Acuna slamming his glove because he wanted to make that catch, but he was going to be off balance going into the tarps. He never would have gotten Martinez. You're better off letting that ball drop if you can't get your momentum heading towards home plate. So a 2-2 count. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the sweeper down and in. And there's one away. Big strikeout there by Piamps. Huge strikeout.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Gooba gobble. Gooba gobble. Gooba gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Gooba gobble, one of us. Gooba gobble, one of us. Gooba gobble. Shut up! Oh my God! I
Thank you, JC. Looks like we got Aaron Bummer coming in. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Chase Day Lauder to the... Chase Day Lauder is coming in up to the plate, and Aaron Bummer coming to the bump. There's 2 on, only 1 out, and the Braves trail by 1. We'll be back in a flash. We'll see how this plays out. A ground ball pitcher with the infield most likely pulled in to try to get a fly ball hitter. Welcome back. First pitch is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Day Lauder at the plate. The pitch on the way is right there for a strike. 1-1. If you're watching on the Braves cast, they have Schneemann on your screen. That is Chase Day Lauder. That is not Schneemann. The 1-1. Right there on the outer edge. 2-1. Schneemann was the guy that just struck out. So the 2-1 count. On deck is Hoskins. I mean, honestly, if you have to pitch around him, because Hoskins, as slow as he runs, you could turn that into a double play. Is the 2-1 outside wide, 3-1. The infield is pulled in. Just a dangerous spot to have the infield pulled in like this, because Bummer, who's a hard ground ball pitcher, ball gets hit hard on the ground. I mean, you don't want to be pulled in. So it's strange strategy off the jump. They used to do this all the time in Snit's tenure, and it rarely worked out with Bummer. He's really more of a guy that you like to have set up for a double play, but we'll see how it plays out. The 3-1. Down below the knees, ball 4. So he'll walk runner to first. Oh, Lord. Jonah Heim's challenging this. I think it's going to be a bad challenge. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's a terrible challenge. Terrible job by Jonah Heim there. That pitch was well below the zone. It was very obvious. And bases will be loaded, and we'll lose our challenge. So insult to injury. Just because he frames it in the zone doesn't mean it's in the zone. See, Jonah Heim came up when that was the priority, was framing. It just became a big thing in Major League Baseball. And he's never been much of a hitter, but that's one of the things that got him to the league was his framing. Well, that doesn't help you with the ABS challenge because they care where the ball lands, not where the umpire thought it landed because of your glove. The Hefner goes out there to talk to Bummer real quick. Like I said, it may not work out, but I like this strategy better because a double play gets you out of this, and Hoskins does not run like he used to. The old gray mare, after that broken leg, kind of limps along. Lefty-righty matchup, first pitch swinging, rattles back a sinker. It's 0-1. You don't love walking a batter on, but having that infield in It's a dicey situation. The 0-1 pitch just misses. Curveball on the outer edge. 1-1. I think what I'm most surprised about this new ABS era, because the strike zone is the 1-1 pitch, down and in, 2-1. I would have thought that runs would have been going through the roof, especially beginning of the year, because the strike zone is so much smaller than it used to be because they can't call the wide strikes because of the ABS. 2-1 pitch, swing, rolls it over towards third. Riley went to tag the runner out at third, fires it to first. Did they give him the out? He ran out of the baselines, it looked like. I don't believe they did. Weiss wants to challenge, or he's looking to see if he wants to challenge this. I mean, the only thing he could possibly be challenging is if the runner ran out of the... I mean, he did. He ran out of the base paths. Riley went to tag him, and he ran out of the base paths. Now, the problem with that is he missed the tag. The problem with that is, looks like it's going to be 2-0, and they're not going to challenge it. Problem is that it's a judgment call, so you're not really going to be able to challenge that part of it. Just a bad job by Dexter Kelly over there not enforcing the rule. Runners at second and third, 2 outs, 2-0 your score. Juan Burrito, the number 8 hitter, standing in. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Cutter. 1-1. When that ball came in on the slow grounder, I thought he was going to go home with it. But I guess he felt like he didn't have the chance to throw him out, so he tried to pull off the tag in the throw. 1-1. Right there on the outer edge. 2-1. You would have also thought possibly you go 5-4-3, but especially with the way they had the infield set up. Laquan may have gotten a really good jump. The 2-1 pitch. Misses high, 3-1. On deck is Hedges. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Yeah, not that wide. Not that wide, Coco. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Full count. So a full count. But like I said, the quickest way to get that would have been a 5-4-3 is the payoff pitch. Misses high, ball 4. Tried to get the curveball and nibbling himself the bases loaded now. Bases loaded. Hedges. Comes to the plate. Big spot here. Austin Hedges. He's already got a base hit tonight. First pitch, cutter right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. 2-0 your score. If you could keep Cleveland at the 2-0, I think you would take it right here. The 0-1 pitch. Swing. Hammered down the third base line, but foul. It's 0-2. Well out in front of that sweeper. Bummer it came in and inherited a mess. That run will obviously be charged to Pyomps. But that's pretty much Bummer's job. That's why people, when they remember him, they always think he's just done a horrible job. They forget he always comes in. They never bring Bummer in when it's 3-0 in the 7th inning. It's always, we need a double play. The 1-2 count. Bummer kicks and fires. Just missed. Curveball. Good take by Hedges, and now it's 2-2. You can't continue to nibble if you're Bummer. You kind of have to go at him. The 2-2. Swing, pops it up down the right field line, but that'll bend out of play. Braves nothing. Cleveland 2. Bases loaded. Top of the 6th inning. You don't want to go to full count because then the runners will be on the go. The 2-2. High and out of the zone. Full count, so the runners will be off and running. The payoff pitch. Bummer brings it and swing. That ball slapped up the middle, and Ozzy's got it. Takes his time with the catcher running. Flips it to first, and that'll end the inning. So one run comes across. Could have been a lot worse. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR Radio Network. Braves trail Cleveland 2-0.
Okay, so I put password in it. Yeah, I put password on it because Broadband suggested for me to put a password on it to make it faster, and but obviously because they thought other people were using it, and
No, I think that's very unreasonable. Well, it was probably me.
yeah, we've established that. And then my Wi-Fi was being slower inside my house, so my Broadband suggested me to put a password on it. So
I don't mind how slow it runs. Actually,
but I do.
That's the Wi-Fi within your house. What about the Wi-Fi that's coming out the walls? And that's what I'm using. Good enough for me.
Yeah, but like, what I'm trying to say is that Wi-Fi is still mine.
Well, okay, if you want to use some of it, I mean, you can sit in your garden and you can use the Wi-Fi there. I don't mind. But if you've got a lot of work to do, maybe you can let me know that you're using it so that, it doesn't interfere with the downloading. So you keep your Wi-Fi within the house, lock the windows, close the door, seal up the letterbox, but anything that comes out through the walls is public.
Ryan Sandberg stepping in to lead it off against Danny Cox. Sandberg walked his first time. Last time up, he grounded out third to first. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on, fly ball, left center field. That sends Coleman back, and that ball is gone. Home run for Ryan Sandberg. He hit it into the basket.
Denton True Young was an ungainly, out-of-place farm boy when he came to the Cleveland Spiders in 1890. Even his teammates took to calling him Cy, short for Cyrus, because he seemed so countrified. But Cy Young held the Chicago White Stockings to just 3 hits to win his first game, and then went on to win 510 more before he was through, a record never even approached by any other pitcher.
Welcome back. Parker Messick goes back to work after a long rest sitting on the bench. First pitch to Ozzie Albies. Misses for a ball. It is 1-0. 2-0 your score. Cleveland leads Atlanta as the 1-0. Bounces it up there, 2-0. Braves have gone all in on this City Connect. Even the bat weight that they put on the bat to warm up when they're on deck, even that is City Connect blue. The 2-0 pitch. Sinker chops it down the first base side towards the dugout. It's 2-1. I'm telling y'all, that's pink. He's pink. Has pink on them jerseys. The 2-1 count. Swing, lifts it into center field, and drifting back there, making the easy catch. In center field is Schneemann. 1 away. He slides over to center as Stephen Kwan goes to left with Fry leaving the game on the pinch hit. Kwan to left and Martinez to right. I think I left that part out. First pitch to Matt Olson is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Took a slider right down the pipe, the 0-1. Swing, lifts it. Pops it up. Another easy fly ball for Schneemann. F8 in your scorecard, 1 away. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Cleveland. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for Atlanta. The pitch on the way. Austin Riley's a 4-seam fastball right there. Pumping down Main Street, it's 0-1. Riley 0 for 2 on the day, batting .216 on the year, the 0-1. That ball bounce up there to the backstop, it's 1-1. 1-1 count. Turns and fires. Swing! That ball's hammered down the third base side, and Jose Ramirez is right there. That was an atom ball, a hard one hopper. He makes the grab, and Parker Messick, another quality start. We'll be back in a flash heading to the 7th.
I just found out Gilligan's Island only ran for 3 seasons. I could swear I've seen 700 episodes of that show.
Watch with my chair! Now, Chrysler's is repairing it, and they're gonna bring it right away. Repairing it? Yeah. Somehow I get from that it got broke.
Why can't I get the hat?
You're really gonna spend $200 on a hat when you won't even spend $5 to get me a Coke at the gas station? If you buy that stupid hat, we are no longer together. So, is it the hat or is it me?
I got the hat. I'm single.
I actually was jogging off the field. I'm like, dang, boy, he look mad. Boy, he finna give it to somebody. And then I'm like, oh, it's me.
Hey, bro, since the 1980s, the average rent price done went up damn near 4 times. And the cost of food done went up like 4 times. Yep, that too. And the cost of every object you could buy with money has also went up 4 times. Yeah, quadruple. That was the plan. What about the American dream? You don't think that's evil?
Mike Kelly was the trickiest player who ever handled a baseball. There was nothing he would not attempt. Baseball rules were never made for Kel.
The most popular and most notorious star of the 19th century was Michael Joseph King Kelly, the sure-handed catcher for the Chicago White Stockings. He was so skilled at stealing bases, he once stole 6 in a single game, that he inspired a popular song, Slide, Kelly, Slide. He sometimes cut across the diamond, skipping second altogether when the umpire was not looking. Kelly drank as hard as he competed. Once, A.G. Spaulding put Pinkerton detectives on his trail and accused him of having been in a saloon at 3 a.m. drinking lemonade. Kelly was indignant. It was straight whiskey, he said. I never drank a lemonade at that hour in my life.
Welcome back, y'all. Hope y'all are all having a great Saturday night here in Braves country. We go to the top of the 7th, and Osvaldo Bido brings the cutter to start the inning, to start his entrance into the game. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 swinging. Rocchio lifts a high one into right field, but underneath it is Acuna with his purple glove. F9 your scorecard. 1 away. I don't know if Messick's done for the day or not. I mean, he's gone 6, struck out 4, just walked 2, 3 hits allowed. But he's also only at 74 pitches. I would think you would send him back out there for the 7th inning, but they might have an innings limit on him being a rookie, and they might be trying to bubble wrap him. The 4-seam fastball to Quan misses high. It's 1-0. Back to the top of the order, Quan and then Martinez. If anybody gets on, Jose Ramirez. Cleveland leads it 2-0. The 1-0 pitch right there at the bottom of the zone. 1-1. Pitch like it was a little low, but got the call. It's gone 4-seam and slider to start the at-bat. The 1-1 turns and fires. That slider will smack into the dugout. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Bido kicks and fires. Swing! That ball's popped up High in the sky. F7 in your scorecard. The Yaz is there. 2 down. Shout out to the 11 radio stations carrying us coast to coast. Braves Country Radio Network tonight. We're in 4 different states. Any of y'all driving down the road want to catch us on YouTube? It's youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Braves Country Radio is what you're looking for on YouTube. The first pitch to start off the at-bat to Martinez is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 turns and fires. Changeup misses. Looked like it might have touched the zone. But we're only down to 1 challenge now, and that was a close one. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing! That ball's pelted towards the corner. 1-2. Good to see you, Deb up. Finally get finished making all those knives and gloves for the week. The 1-2 count. Brings and fires. Swing pops it up. That should be in play. Can of corn straight up the chute. And here comes down the ladder. And diving to his left is Jonah Hyman. He'll make the catch. F2 in your scorecard. We got this thing called the 7th inning stretch. Let's get up and stretch, Braves Country. Welcome back. Messick is back out there to work. The pitch on the way to Mauricio Dubon is popped up high in the sky. It's going to be an F3 in your scorecard as Hoskins underneath it. 1 away. He is only at 76 pitches. I mean, in theory, this guy could pitch a complete game. Braves have not done much to run the count up as Yaz comes to the plate. First pitch swinging. Chops the slider foul. It's 0-1. He's sitting at 4 strikeouts. The number in Vegas was 4.5. So he's 1 away from that. His ERA is now down to 0.52. The 0-1. Right there at the knees. Man, filthy sinker. Jeez Louise. 0-2. Oh-2 count. Messick comes set. Turns and fires. Swing! Just got a piece of that. Rolls it foul. Just punched the curveball. And we'll do it again. Same two teams back at it tomorrow night. Yes, it's a Sunday night game here in Braves country. Braves in Cleveland. 7:20. The pitch on the way. Swing! Fouls it away. Nothing else. Yaz is getting the stick on the ball. If he can just get it to fall, might run Messick out of the game. Tomorrow night, it's Chris Sale. The 0-2. Swing, fouls it away. Four-seamer. Do it again. So if this score holds, that would be the rubber match. The 0-2. Right there, caught looking, strike three. Punched him out, change up. Filthy. I mean, when you're going back and forth and back with four-seamers and curves, and then you drop a change in there, it just froze him. I am extremely surprised that Eli White did not get the start against the tough left-hander instead of Yaz. First pitch swinging. Four-seam fastball. Fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. And I understand that Eli's not hit well this year so far, but A, he hasn't had many at-bats, and B, I mean, Yaz is now batting 178. What are we talking about? The 0-1 pitch is swung on and dropped into center field. That's down for a base hit, and it's a 2-out single for Jonah Heim and your Atlanta Braves. Jorge Mateo will be the batter. We'll see if they leave Messick in. He's at 84 pitches. So in theory, he should be okay there. Nope, that's going to be it. We'll be back in a flash here on the Braves Country Radio Network. The Braves trailed by 2. Tying run coming to the plate.
I can send you the address.
He didn't bring his phone, so...
Oh, I can give you the address.
No need.
Can't hurt.
Might hurt.
Armchair.
If the Hunger Games started on Monday, District 5 will have y'all done by Tuesday.
There's no way you can be serious. Ain't nobody messing with District 3. Straight out. Let's talk about it. Let's start at Texas. It has more guns than anybody else in the union. We straight with firearms. Arkansas has all of our resources. If you didn't know, that's where Walmart is headquartered at. We ain't shipping nothing out to nobody that ain't District 3. So resources. The Bible Belt, which is Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, they gonna beat your ass and then pray for you. Straight up. Ain't nobody messing with them. And that's where all the hitters come from. So we're gonna send all them Floridians in early and take out whatever y'all got going on in the DMV, which ain't a lot of much. Be real. And if y'all try to invade 3, you're going to have to come through North Carolina and Tennessee first. That's where all the rednecks are with all their bunkers just ready to blow up folks.
Bro, you're actually funny. I knew that. A lot of people know that. I'm okay. What's getting me is the actually.
So I used to date this guy. And he... Oh, I don't think I'm ready to talk about that yet.
Kelly and other carousing Chicago players were widely blamed for losing the championship to St. Louis in 1886. That winter, an exasperated Spaulding sold Kelly to Boston for the unheard-of sum of $10,000. Chicago fans were devastated, but Boston fans were so delighted they presented their new
Welcome back. Braves trail by 2. First pitch swinging by Dominic Smith is going to get dribbled over to second. And it's a 1 pitch, 1 out. See you later, Dominic. not dominating tonight. We go to the 8th inning. It's 2-0 Cleveland.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink. When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salad.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're going to have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you've probably seen a couple.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. First pitch to Jose Ramirez. Misses for a ball from Osvaldo Brito. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Smacks the outer edge slider. 1-1. Tell you what, Brito's been a pretty good find so far. I know his numbers for his career are not great, but as far as a guy to just try to keep you in the game when you're trailing is the 1-1 pitch down and away. Change it, misses 2-1. Or even a guy that can come in and just eat some innings. Meanwhile, Boston leads St. Louis 2-0 in the 7th as the 2-1 pitch. Swing, high, towering shot into right field. Underneath it is Acuna. Man, that thing about brought rain. 1 down. He barely moved. It looked like one of those deals when you see outfielders don't move because they know it's gone, but he was played perfectly. That was a high towering shot. My God. Well, we talked about this pregame. For those of y'all wondering why we're not scoring runs, Parker Messick is a very good starting pitcher. 4-seam fastballs, high and out of the zone to Daniel Schneemann. It's 0-1. I know a lot of folks have not heard of him before, but he continues to dazzle as the 1-0 down and in. 2-0. He's a grinder. He's not a guy that's going to light up the scoreboard on strikeouts. He gets around 5 strikeouts every 5 or 6 innings. But you look at that ERA, 0.51, and he's gone up against the Atlanta, the Dodgers, and the Cubs offense so far. Is the 2-0 outside wide. 3-0. 2 games on the road. It just goes to show you, this kid has got real stuff. In this Cleveland pitching staff is one of the better ones in Major League Baseball. The 3-0 right there for a strike. 3-1. You hope you can scratch out some runs in the 8th or 9th and steal a game, but good pitching always beats good hitting no matter how good you are. The 3-1 outside wide, ball 4, and Schneemann heads on down to first. And it's a 1-out walk for Cleveland as the Braves try to keep it right here. Tomorrow night, it's Chris Sale versus Tanner Bybee, and Bybee has got elite stuff as well. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch swinging, and Day Lauder crushes one towards right field. Acuna can't get there, bounces it off the wall. Here comes the throw into the infield. Here comes the throw home, and the runner is out. No, he's safe. Looked like he got him. Looking at this replay, man, that's bang-bang right there. Weiss holding up his hand to see if he wants to challenge it. It is very close. They don't want to challenge it. If Acuna plays that better off the wall, it's going to be an out. He overplayed it. So it'll be an RBI double. Yeah, Acuna played that terribly off the wall. He makes up for a lot of it with this throw. Yeah, it does look like his head first slide just got in there. To the naked eye on the throw, it looked like the throw beat him, but he did a great job of sliding wide of the plate and keeping his hand on the dish. And it's 3-0 Cleveland. So the first pitch to Hoskins is right there for a ball. It's 1-0. We are dodging Gavin Williams in this series. And for those of y'all who don't know who that is, he is, as the 2-0 pitch is in, the dirt bounces behind the backstop, and Jonah Heim, man, you talk about a couple of heads up, a couple of rear ends. Acuna with his bobble out there in right field, and now Jonah Heim, the ball bounces off of him, and it takes him forever to react, and the runner's now at third. If Acuna plays that off the hop well, they may not send him, but if they do, he's going to be cooked. The 2-0 pitch as the infield comes in. Rhys Hoskins goes around. It's 2-1. The 2-1. Check swing. Holds up that time, 3-1. But what ends up happening with Acuna is he usually makes up for poor mechanics with a great arm. That time it just didn't pay off. The 3-1 pitch. Swing, rolls it over to third, and Riley grabs it. Goes to tag the runner. He's safe back at third on a head first slide. Riley will now turn and fire it to first with plenty of time. And there's 2 down. Good defensive play by Riley there. Chased the runner back. He almost got himself a double play. Day Lauder had to dive back into that base. Man, that is close. He did get in time, but that was a very close play. First pitch swinging by Brito is fouled away. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Braves trail 3-0. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Just below the knees. And they're going to challenge this one. And Heim better be right. We are going to be out of challenges if we don't get this one. It's very close. Did he get it? Just got it. I mean, a couple of threads on that ball hit the zone, and it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Beto has a chance to get out of the jam. Infield back and playing straight away. The 0-2 pitch swing pops it up into left field, and underneath it will be the Yaz, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, just down a couple of bloops and a blast here in Braves country.
What do you say when someone says you're not my cup of tea? I drink coffee anyway, so.
We're dog owners. We're gonna say the word naked anytime we take off our dog's collar. Someone's naked. We're dog owners. Of course we're gonna wake up to diarrhea on the floor at 2 in the morning. We're dog owners. We're gonna wait outside in the freezing cold for 5 hours for our dog to do their business, but instead they're gonna sniff every blade of grass. We're dog owners. We're gonna pay the vet over $1,000 just to find out that our dog has a little tummy ache. We're dog owners. If you ask to see a photo of our dogs, we're gonna show you way more than just one. In fact, I have a whole presentation ready, so you better sit down. We're dog owners. Of course, they each have their own personal stockings for Christmas.
If your name is Becca and I can't call you Becca, I don't want to be your friend.
I love King Kelly. I just love King Kelly. It's one of the great stories, my favorite. Is a day when he was sitting on the bench. And the rule at that time was that if you wanted to substitute for a player, all you had to do was announce yourself. So a foul ball comes in the direction of the bench. Kelly stands up, yells out, "Kelly now catching for Boston." Catches the ball, and it's recorded as an out. This is the trickster. This is the villain. This is the fool. He is also a great, great player. He is all the wonderful archetypes of baseball wrapped into one. And he also managed to drink himself to death before he hit the age of 40. So that's also an archetype, alas, in baseball.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back. Atlanta Braves trail this one 3-0. Ronald Acuna Jr. will lead us off as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The good news is Parker Messick is gone. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. Down and away, called for a strike. Acuna wants to challenge this one. It's 1-0. The new pitcher on, the left-hander Sobrowski, and Acuna will lose another challenge. I mean, he's got to be 0 forever. I've never seen him win a challenge. 80% of that ball was in the zone. Eric Sobrowski, the pitcher, the 0-1, down below the knees, 1-1. So now the Braves are out of challenges. When you take a challenge, you better be damn sure, especially when it's your last one. If it's your first one, I just don't worry as much. But the last one is a 1-1, chops a foul, 1-2. Till you get to the 9th inning. When you get to the 9th inning, use it. Because what's worse going to happen? 1-2 count. Eric Sobrowski, 6'4", 230-pounder. The 1-2 misses high, 2-2. He is from Alberta, Canada, Edmonton. Drafted by the Padres in 2018 in the 14th round out of Cloud County Community College. Say that 3 times fast. The 2-2 pitch caught, looking strike 3. Bang, right there at the bottom of the knees. 1 away. So all in all, an awful at bat by Acuna. Loses the last challenge of the night and then takes strike 3 right down his throat. And I don't know why he's hopping around, because that is a strike as well. He's hopping around like he got a bum call. Maybe we need to get him glasses. The first pitch swinging by Drake Baldwin is lifted into left field. That'll be a lazy fly ball. F7 in your scorecard, and 2 up, 2 down. Starting to wonder if these old boys went out and tied one on last night. Ozzie Albies the batter. Matt Olson on deck. Riley in the hole. Braves trail by 3. You'd like to get 1 or 2 back just in this inning to make it a little easier in the 9th. First pitch swinging. Four-seam fastball. Rattles it back to the backstop up against the screen. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Chased a curveball down around the equator. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. If the Braves don't get a runner on, you'll have the middle of the order due up in the 9th as the 0-2 misses high, 1-2. It'll be Olson, Riley, and Dubon. You've already used Dominic Smith as your pinch runner as the 1-2 outside wide 2-2. The 2-2 count. Misses high, full count. The payoff pitch to Ozzie Albies. Turns and burns it. And the four-seam fastball will get lifted high and out of play. We'll do it one more time. The payoff pitch. Swing! Fouls that back. Just trying to stay alive here. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased a four-seam fastball well out of the zone. Strike three. We go to the top of the ninth, trailing by 3.
Here's my problem with cats. Best case scenario. You get the smartest cat in the world. He still craps in your house. I'll tell you what. Instead of getting a cat, why don't we all just stop flushing?
Hey, Braves Country. This is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I was a natural-born kicker, bent upon making trouble for others. I had an instinctive dislike both to study and work, and I shirked them whenever the opportunity offered. Cap Anson.
His real name was Adrian Constantine Anson, but those who cheered him for 27 years knew him first as Baby, then as Cap, and finally as Pop. He was the greatest player of his century. Anson played every position but pitcher for the Philadelphia Athletics, then joined Spalding's Chicago White Stockings and became first baseman and captain. He batted over 300 for 20 consecutive seasons, drove in 1,700 runs, and was the first man ever to accumulate 3,000 hits. Chicago fans loved Anson, but his players did not. He was too stern a taskmaster for that, imposing bed checks, levying $100 fines for beer drinking, insisting they report for a new early season workout he called spring training. Cap Anson was the symbol, one writer said, of all that was strong and good in baseball.
Welcome back, y'all. Hope y'all enjoying your Saturday night here in Braves Country. It looks like Beto's going to go out there for a third inning. So if nothing else, he is going to save the pitching staff as the first pitch is swung on and cracked down the left field line, but foul. It's 0-1. Michael Harris went on the paternity list today. As he 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So because of that, the Braves selected Luke Williams off the 40-man roster to put him on. He is now in left field. To make room for that, they transferred Danny Young to the 60-day IL, the 0-2, down and away 1-2. It seems like every time we sign someone in the offseason that they're saying, watch out for this guy, man. He's a real wham-bammer. We got a real steal. The dude ends up on the 60-day IL before Memorial Day. That was Danny Young. That's all they talked about in the offseason, the 1-2. Outside wide 2-2. Hadn't heard of an update on him in a while, and I was wondering about him the other day. I was like, man, I wonder what deals with Danny Young was. I couldn't find anything. Well, there you go. 60-day IL. Probably never to be seen. The 2-2. Down and away. And it's a full count. So Hedges digging in on the payoff pitch. Swing! Pops it up. High in the sky. Who wants it? Mauricio calling off everybody. Dubon, who slid from left to short when Dominic Smith came in to pinch hit. And Luke Williams out there and left. One away. So the Yaz slid from left to center. Dubon from center to short. Luke came off the bench to play left field. Mateo took a seat, who was the shortstop. And all that for one pitch, one out. Dominic Smith. First pitch is right there off the edge. Called for a wide strike. Hey, we'll take it. It's 0-1. Braves trail 3-0. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Change up out in front. It's 0-2. Tomorrow night's game 7:20 first pitch. We're going to come on the air 6:45. The 0-2. Turns and burns. Swing. Bangs it down the line. Foul. We'll do it again. Baltimore leads San Francisco 5-2 in the 7th. I believe Logan Webb was pitching for San Francisco tonight. On your out-of-town scoreboard, if we have a chance, we'll get to it here. The 0-2. Misses high, 1-2. Let's get to the games that matter the most to you. A's beat the Mets 11-6, so good news in Gotham. They've dropped the first two in that series. The 1-2, check swing. Did he go around? They checked down the line. He did not. Dexter Kelly says he held up 2-2. Philadelphia Phillies held on and beat the Diamondbacks 4-3. So that's bad news, but we got more good news. The Marlins lost to the Tigers 6-1, the 2-2. High and out of the zone. It is now a full count. Nationals lead the Brewers 2-0 in the 9th. The payoff pitch. Swing, cracked, jacked, just foul. That thing smacked up, just missed the foul pole by about, we'll say, less than 10 feet. If it stays just a little straighter, a little longer, would have been a second home run of the year for Rocchio. Two right-handers warming up in the bullpen, probably one for save situation, one for not. Is the 3-2 caught? Looking strike three. Got the slider on the outer edge, 2 down. I would guess we would get Cade Smith. He is the closer for Cleveland. That's, of course, after the disaster that was Emmanuel Clase getting busted with the gambling charges. Him and his teammate. Yet somehow Shohei Ohtani's still roaming the fields. First pitch is right there to Stephen Kwan. It's right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Stephen Kwan is one of my favorite players that does not wear an Atlanta Braves uniform. And yet every time I go to see his name, I almost call him Michelle Kwan because I think of the skater every time. The 0-1 down and in, 1-1. I don't believe they're related either, as far as I know. 1-1 count. Beto, by the way, if he finishes this inning, he will have eaten up 3 innings. The 1-1, inside high, 2-1. That really is an unsung hero for a pitching staff, if you can keep it where it's at. A game that the Braves offense just was not able to figure out Parker Messick. And Sobrowski came in and pitched a clean 8, the 2-1 pitch in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-1. We can get a full 3 out of Beto. The 3-1. Inside, ball 4. So he'll head down to first. It's a huge key because when you've got, they do have a right-hander warming up, and I do believe that is Kenley. Hefner is going to go out there. The Hef is going to put on his robe and go out there and talk to Beto, give him a breather. You really don't want to use Kenley. Rest of your out-of-town scoreboard looks like this after we told you that the Nats are leading 2-0 in the ninth. Mets lost. Phillies won. Marlins lost. It's 5-2 in Baltimore, Maryland. Orioles over the Giants. They're in St. Louis, Missouri tonight, and the Cardinals lead the Red Sox 2-0. In San Diego, California, Colorado leads the Padres 4-0. Wales, Vagina. Agree to disagree. The Dodgers 4-1 over the Rangers in the second inning. I believe Shohei's on the mound tonight for LA. Other finals as Beto goes back to work. First pitch on the way. Swing! Martinez from the left side of the plate. Bangs it foul down the first base line. It's 0-1. Twins over the Blue Jays 7-4. Man, Toronto's really struggling to start the year. Pirates took game 2 of that series against the Cubs in extras 4-3. The 0-1 ball rolls away, and Stephen Kwan is going to take second base for easy. And Jonah Heim took so long. Oh, my God. What a disaster. Jonah Heim took forever to find the ball. When he finally gets it, he throws it into left field. So he's going to come home and score. Jeez. 4-0. Jonah Heim. Man, he's making it hard to defend keeping him. He couldn't find the ball, and I get that. But Kwan was racing down to third. He was never going to get him. Hold on to the ball, son. The 1-1 pitch pops it up. High in the sky. Shallow, 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 and the ball's going to drop in front of Luke Williams, and it's going to be a 2-out double. A ball that probably should have been caught. Somehow Mauricio Dubon did not get a good beat on it, and Luke Williams is out there playing left field, who is not a traditional left fielder. He got a terrible break on it, and it is 4-0. And I'm just imagining that the Boo Birds are out. And Kenley's going to have to come in. My word. What a disastrous end of the ninth inning. 2 outs. We'll be back in a flash here on the Braves Country Radio Network. Braves trail 4-0. We ought to be out of this inning. 3-0 your score, but instead we'll be back. Pitching change.
For about 70 cents, you can buy a can of soda, regular or diet. For about 70 cents, you can also buy a cup of coffee. For about 70 cents, you can buy a pack of gum, plain or sugarless. For
10 cents a day,
you can buy
the Country Club for Braves Country Radio. Yeah, that'll be that's what's playing in my head the whole time I'm watching this, because it looks more like the Keystone Cops out there. Braves trail 4-0. Sometimes just not your night, but I'm telling you right now, it's getting harder and harder to defend keeping Jonah Heim on this team. He hasn't hit worth much. And then on top of it, everybody, the elephant in the room, is the fact that he did not have Raylo's back in that brouhaha against the Angels. And now he's made two really boneheaded plays tonight. A runner at second, 2 outs. Tyler Kinley, and then to top it off, Braves Vision keeps zapping out. This is the most duct tape cable vision I've ever seen. The first pitch on the way is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Never thought I'd say it. I miss Bally's. Kinley, clean ERA this year, though he has given up inherited runs, the 1-0. Down and in, slider misses. 2-0. For those of y'all wondering about the health of Sean Murphy, I mean, he should be back. I was thinking this homestand, but it may be the next one, the 2-0. Inside, did he go around? He did not. 3-0. So a 3-0 count from Kinley. Jose Ramirez, who is 2 for 4 on the day with a home run and an RBI. The 3-0 pitch. Upstairs for a strike. 3-1. If you look at the way the Braves' schedule lays out as far as bringing back Murphy, it may end up being on the road as the 3-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up. Back out of play. So we're at home, obviously, tomorrow night versus Cleveland, and then 3 more against Miami. Those are all night games, by the way. So 7:15 across the board the next 4 nights. Technically 7:20 on Sunday, but you get it. The payoff pitch. Swing, rolls it. Foul down the first baseline. We'll do it again. Then we have a day off, and then we go to Philadelphia for a 3-game series, a big series. All 3 night games next weekend, 6:40, 7:15, and 7:20. And then a 4-game series at Washington before we return to Philly. This is the payoff pitch. Swing, chops a foul. We may not see Murphy wait until they come back to come back home to Atlanta. We may get him in the middle of that road trip. Because I would think if he's going to come off the IL on Monday versus the Marlins, we would have heard something by now. But the paternity leave by Harris could speed it up. You never know. 3-2 count. Outside, wide ball 4. So he heads down to first. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. I'd say Cleveland probably sat their closer down. I didn't see who the other guy was warming up. That was definitely Smith warming up. Alongside another right-hander. Now Schneemann steps in. First pitch is there's going to throw down to third base. Wide throw by Heim, and it's a stolen base. Really kind of an insane steal by Martinez. It's a double steal. It's kind of insane to do that with 2 outs, but they got him. Or they got the bag. His throw was wide. He almost threw it into the outfield again. The 1-0. Swing, smacks it down the first baseline. It's almost like you wonder if Vogt is thinking that Heim's got the yips, because that was a horrific throw to third base where he sailed it into left field. I mean, that was all-time bad. It was so bad you almost wonder if it was intentional. The 1-1. Swing, fouls it back. It's 1-2. Cardinals have cut the lead and have 2-1 in St. Louis against the Red Sox. Other games that are in the books: Royals beat the White Sox 2-0. Reds 7-3 with the Angels. And the Rays walk off the Yankees at the Trop 5-4. The 1-2 to Schneemann. Swing, laces it to center field. That's down for a base hit. That should score 2 runs. Here comes the throw into the infield, and it is 6-0, a 6-pack on the board for Cleveland. And the hit parade continues. So 6-0. I mean, if you're going to cough them up, just get them all out of the way now, right? Chase Day Lauder comes in. Pitch is thrown over to first. Tyler Kinley. Kinley, by the way, giving up his first runs of the year. 4-seam fastball misses out of the zone. It's 1-0. He's responsible just for that 1 run, so his ERA is now 1.59. The rest is on Beto. Beto, yeah, something's wrong with that because they've got him for 3 earned runs. I mean, that was an error. If there ever was an error. Is the 1-0, fouls it back out of play. 1-1. One count. Chase Day Lauder 1 for 3. Down and in. 2-1. Braves trail 6-0. They'll have the heart of the order due up when we get to the bottom of the 9th. 2-1. Swing. Hit hard on the ground over to second, and Ozzie Albies has it, fires it to first, and that'll end the inning. So the bleeding finally ends. It's 6-0. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Here in Braves country, Matt Olson leads us off for the comeback.
So my wife and I share a sense of humor.
No, we don't.
We have to because she doesn't have one.
Those people told you for days in advance that if the university sought to go ahead with that construction, they were going to physically destroy the university. Now, why did you
negotiate many times?
Negotiate? What is to negotiate? What is?
The university is a public institution.
That's
it's an
right.
Important institution
But the university,
for all of its own community and for the community of Berkeley that live around it.
All of it began the first time some of you who know better and are old enough to know better let young people think that they had the right to choose the laws they would obey as long as they were doing it in the name of social protest.
Here are some baseball facts you might not have known. In 1978, the Yankees handed out candy bars with Reggie Jackson on the wrapper called Reggie Bars. When Jackson was playing for the Baltimore Orioles, he said, "If I played in New York, they'd name a candy bar after me." In a 1947 college baseball game between Yale and Fordham, each team had a very notable player. The first baseman for Yale was future President George H.W. Bush, and the Fordham center fielder was legendary Dodgers announcer Vin Scully. H.W. Bush and Yale would go on to win the game 3-1.
You see a guy hit the ball out the ballpark, grand slam home run to win a baseball game. And that same guy can come up tomorrow in that situation and miss the ball and lose the ball game. It can bring you up here, and don't get too damn cocky, because tomorrow it can bring you down there. See? But one thing about it, though, you know it always will be a tomorrow. You got me today, but I'm coming back.
Sean Armstrong's going to come on, the right-hander, to face Matt Olson, Austin Riley, and Mauricio Dubon as the Braves trail 6-0. First pitch on the way is a sweeper right there, slaps the side of the zone. It's 0-1. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Cleveland. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. The 0-1. Outside wide. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Comes set. Brings it. Swing. Fouls it away. Chris Sale will be on the bump tomorrow night. And he'll be going against Tanner Bybee, another very good starter. So expect a nip and tuck kind of low-scoring game tomorrow. The 1-2 swing, lifts it high into left field. Get up, get up, get up, get up. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows, up against the wall. And it's going to be a leadoff double for the Ice House. For all you non-believers, let's go, Braves country!
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Austin Riley takes the first pitch of his at bat outside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Sweeper, it's 1-1. 1-1 count. Armstrong. Looking back, Olsen over at second. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. And inside out's the sinker. Fouls it back. It's 1-2. Dubon on deck. Yastrzemski in the hole. If the line keeps moving, Heim. And then Luke Williams. 1-2. Down and away 2-2. Who we have on the bench left to pinch hit? Farmer and Eli White. I would think someone would hit for Luke Williams. The 2-2. Down and away. 3-2. In theory, you'd want someone to hit for Heim, but you kind of run out of options after already using Dominic Smith earlier in the game. The payoff pitch, down below the knees, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. And we've got runners on first and second. Nobody out. And here we go, Braves country.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Mauricio Dubon takes the first pitch inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. First and second, nobody out. 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. Infield is back into the left. A huge hole on the right side. The outfield is deep and straight away. Braves trail 6-0. The 2-0 pitch. Inside, taken all the way for a strike. Good idea by Dubon. Make Armstrong earn a strike. It's 2-1. The 2-1. Turns and fires. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep down the left field line. Stay fair. Stay fair. Just foul. It had plenty of distance, but he couldn't keep it straight. Just turned left at the foul pole, deep into left field, smacked the facade on the second deck for a loud strike number 2. My God. Almost cut this lead in half with one swing. The 2-2. Check swing. Did they go around? They checked down the line. He did not. So it's a full count now to Dubon. Yastrzemski's on deck. Braves trail by 6, Time is called by Dubon as he steps out of the box. If he can reach base, then you're talking about bringing the tying run to the hole. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it right by and brought him with the fastball, and Dubon could not keep up. One away. He checked back to home plate umpire Chris Conroy had asked if that was a strike. It was definitely a strike. It was right down the heart of the plate. Just a little bit of movement to the inside, and he couldn't barrel it up. So 2 on, 1 out. Pitch on the way inside to Yastrzemski. 1-0. It may give Armstrong the confidence that he needed. He was on the brink there, the 1-0 swing. Rattles it down the first base line, 1-1. First and second, 1 out. You had Olsen at second, Riley at first. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Cutter right down Main Street, missed it. 1-2. Heim would be on deck unless they pinch hit for him. The 1-2. Swing, pops it up. Four-seam fastball deep into left field, and that'll bend into the seats about 5 rows back. We'll do it again, 1-2. This pitcher stays in. I mean, either way, I'm pinch hitting Farmer for Luke Williams if I'm Weiss. The 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. Because I want to save Eli White just in case I need some speed to tie the game or get the lead if it goes that far. The 2-2. Swing. Slaps back the sweeper. We'll do it again. Two count. The Red Sox have just taken a 3-1 lead in the 9th in St. Louis. The 2-2, check swing. Did he go right? He did not. Full count. It's 5-2 Baltimore over San Francisco. They are in the bottom of the 8th in Maryland. Here, 6-0 your score, bottom of the 9th, Atlanta, Georgia. The payoff pitch. Swing. Smacks it off his instep. We'll do it again. It's making them work here. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. The longer that at-bat goes, advantage goes to the batter. He's just got to time one up. The payoff pitch. High and out of the zone. Oh, my God. Called for a strike upstairs. Bad call by home plate umpire Chris Conroy. One of many tonight, but the Braves are out of ABS challenges. That would have... There's no way to actually know because they don't share the ABS unless you actually challenge it. But that ball was definitely a touch out of the zone. I will say Yastrzemski probably should have swung at it with there being 2 strikes. Jonah Heim, why not? He's at the plate. He opened up the floodgates with his air into left field. The 0-1. Doesn't get the call. They're going to challenge this. It's another blown call by Chris Conroy, home plate umpire. They're going to get this challenge. That ball was definitely in the zone, so it'll be 0-2 once they confirm it. And it is. And Conroy, it's amazing that ball was much lower, same area, and yet he called it a strike on Atlanta. He called it a ball. Oh, excuse me, he called it a strike on Yastrzemski. He called it a ball. So Jonah Heim down to his last strike. Braves trail 6-0. The pitch. Swing, pops it up. Why not? Jonah Heim's been the GOAT all night. He might as well finish as the GOAT. Not that kind of GOAT, girls and boys. The kind of GOAT that there always was. Cleveland wins 6-0. Atlanta. Winning streak comes to a halt, and Cleveland topples them 6-0. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Cleveland. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. Martin Perez goes to 0-1. Messick goes to 2-0 with a 0.51 ERA. That kid good. That kid's good. But we'll get a chance to win the rubber match tomorrow night. Chris Sale on the bump. And if he's on the bump, we got a chance. Tanner Bybee for Cleveland. That's going to be a pitcher's duel. We'll see you tomorrow night.
This sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
There isn't anything to do. We're done. We're licked.
What do they do to us?
Right now, we're caught as we're wanted. If it's amusement you're after, I guess the game's up.
That's all over with.
Oh, what a loser!
So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Y'all have a great night. Braves lose it 6-0. Got a chance to win the series. The only 2 teams left in baseball that have not lost a series. It all comes down to tomorrow night. Tanner Bybee versus the great Chris Sale. We'll see you then. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With the smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult. He bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.